It works!
Shit, and it's great. I'm Sam, and I believe prohibition should extend only to goat's milk and not to giggle water.
And I'm Zoe, and I'm to Perrin, which is the old tongue word for plot hole patch.
And this is Water and Shade, the show nobody asked for. And today we are playing a good old-fashioned game of Would You Rather regarding the Wheel of Time show on Amazon Prime.
Think of us as your special glimpse into the Wheel of Time writing room. If, you know, the Wheel of Time writing room was being run by hoes.
Would you rather have, on the one hand, have Billy Zane reprise his role as Ishamael as he did in Winter Dragon, or have him cut entirely from the series?
Oh, fuck, bitch, that's mean. Okay, alright, well, it would be absolutely outrageous to cut Ishamael from the series. He's your first, like, major antagonist, and he's so integral, and I don't think you want to go straight to the dark one is the protagonist. He's gonna be the bad guy later on. So yeah, you can't cut him. And also, to be fair, I don't think he did a bad job as Ishamael. I feel like he did the best he could with what he had. I felt like the writing was shit, and
polishing a turd.
Yeah, the camera work was shit, the scenery was shit, the music was shit, he had shit people to work with, it was just all shit. And I mean, I was in love with the beard that Billy Zane was rocking.
Oh, yeah.
That was a choice, and I was here for that choice. Given the right things, I think he could do a good job, and I would never want to cut Ishamael. So, yes, Billy Zane for Ishamael.
Okay, fair enough, because I don't want to mess with perfection. I think Billy Zane was perfect. I think that whole 30-minute garbage pile was the best thing I've ever seen, and I will have nobody contradict me. If you'd like to contradict me, please do it in the comments.
Okay, I've got one for you, and it kind of links with the Winter's Dragon thing. Do we start the TV show with the DRAGONMOUNT prologue, heavy dialogue, lots of telling and not showing? You know, we stick to what the book has already given us. Or do we say, hey, you know what, let's create a brand new scene, start with LOGAIN in Gildon, in the middle of a battle, Aes Sedai, fireballs, capture.
I really hope you know that when they channel, they have to be voting.
Yes. This is how you channel.
Yes. I think this is happening anyway. I think they're going to start it in Gildon with LOGAIN and with the... Because you got to get that attention right away. And if I'm like novice to this, if I'm not familiar with Wheel of Time and I'm just kind of like watching it with somebody, I'll be like, oh my god, are they still talking? I won't be like, oh, what is this? Who's that hot? Swarthy Latin gentleman. What am I looking at? That's what I want people to be doing, and I don't want them to be like, oh my god, like, yeah.
Even when something interesting happens, if it happens too late, I'm too engaged in my phone by that point. So, get me right off the bat. In 10 seconds, I want to see someone on fire. Because,
I want to see titties, or I want to see somebody on fire. This is a three-way. This is a three-way question, which goes into my question. Would you rather have like a Game of Thrones level of just irresponsible, unnecessary sexy time? Would you rather have what's pretty true to the books is like kind of fade to black, but still like contextual nudity, or no nudity at all, like Mormon friendly, kid friendly, just like nothing? What would you prefer?
Okay. I definitely want to see a lot more nudity than what was in the books. I feel like a lot of the nudity was very off-screen. But like I said, TV is very, very different, and I need you to grab my attention in other ways on TV. And I feel like Game of Thrones, if you think about Game of Thrones, the early seasons of Game of Thrones, the nudity is very heavy. The violence is very heavy. Nudity works, people.
Oh,
it does. It really, really does. Do I want it to be to the level that Game of Thrones is? There are times with Game of Thrones where I was a bit like, is this necessary?
Like, there was that scene where she's like, they're having like a deep political conversation and she's like finger banging some other girl. Like, is that really necessary? I've proselytized this so much. Like, every time I meet somebody, I'm like, have you heard the Lord of our Lord and Savior? But like, I want to be able to watch this with my mom and not have it be weird.
Well, I have my grandmother is reading the series at the moment, and she's like 4 or 5 books in, and I want to be able to watch it with my grandmother. I don't want it to be too much. There needs to be a happy medium. Yes, I definitely want more wee-wees and tatas and boom booms than what we got. You can tell I have a 2-year-old, guys. These are like, it's a butt. When you sit down, your butt doesn't go boom boom.
Butt isn't an appropriate word. You can't just say butt. Like, butthole is my favorite word. That's like my favorite word. Like, my favorite song of all time is that song that's like, I wonder what's inside your butthole.
I wonder what's inside your butthole. I wonder what's inside your...
I say it as I'm dressed like a 20s clever. Okay.
I feel like we definitely need more nudity. But just dial it back just a little bit from what Game of Thrones had in this.
Contextual and consensual. Which most of Game of Thrones was not.
But also I want to see like Lan and Nynaeve getting married.
Yeah.
Because that's something that in the books they're like, oh yeah, they had a sea folk marriage, and you know what that means, don't you? It means they got married naked. I want pictures! I have to see everyone else's crappy wedding photos, Nynaeve. Why don't I get to see yours?
Is that a
Damn it!
media cleanse? I might skip ahead of you on this
No,
because I do have a follow-up question. Would you rather, we have one, pretend this is a dichotomy. Would you rather have really complex and interesting and appropriate LGBTQIA plus representation? So like Swan and Moraine, or just like in general being, gay as being like typical there, which it is in the world, so you might as well represent it there. Mm-hmm. Or would you like them to focus on the polyamorous relationship that Rand has?
Oh, that's such a tough one to like choose between, especially because I feel like they kind of both work hand in hand anyway. Like, I feel like if you have this big LGBTQIA plus representation, that you then have to have other types of non-traditional relationships there, and polyamory is that. And I really want to see a lot more in terms of, I really want them to expand a lot on that type of relationship where it's like, sister wives, were they just wives to their husband, or were they wives with each other as well? Because it seems realistic that they would be wives with each other as well, because they have to choose each other, right? And I feel like I want to see Elaine and Avienda being more than, and we just like have a sisterly bond. Yeah, bitch, we all know what sisterly bond means.
I was in a sorority. I know what that means. It means you're gonna go do a bunch of coke and then scissor each other. I didn't participate in that. I just knew that it happened. There's a lot of availability there for a very complex look at that, because if you have a polyamorous relationship, you look at it like this, like Elaine and Avienda might enjoy each other's company in the way that women often do. They might also enjoy Rand's company in the way that women do with men, which is a thing.
Yeah, why should I have to take turns?
I think it's interesting to explore that this relationship has nothing to do with this relationship. And I want to see them explore that, because I think it's something that kind of gets overlooked. And that you don't really see that. And this is a really good opportunity when this is built into the world. You don't have to like shoehorn this in. But like, no man is worth fighting over. Like, it's fucking Rand al'Thor. You really gonna fight over him? with somebody that you love, even if they're not, like, romantic or sexually attracted to each other, like, they still love each other. But, like, no man is worth fighting over, and I really want that to be a very loud and powerful message, and I feel like that's really worth looking at. Like, you can both love the same person, and you can both love different people.
It says, you know what, there is more than just the traditional husband-wife relationship, and not everyone is, like, just here for that. So I think, like, they kind of work together, and I think if you have one, you kind of need to have the other as well. I would really love to see them focus a lot more on the polyamory, just because I want to know if they're sister wives, are there sister husbands?
There should be. So... yes, I agree. I think you should represent all kinds of relationships. That includes man and woman, man and man, woman and woman, man and ogier, man and, like, everything.
Well, while we're on the subject of representing all different types of relationships, that actually plays in very nicely to my question for you. Would you rather Perrin marries Loial?
No, that's it.
Interspecies erotica. Yeah, that's it. Or for the audience, I know what Sam's answer is, but for the audience at home, would you rather Perrin marry Loial, or we keep it true to the books and he marries Faile, but Faile is like 4 times worse than she is in the books. And I'm talking like she's horrific. She's like Jeffrey Baratheon level of like just hateful bitch. like she tortures Chad and Bane just for the sake of it, and makes Charfail mock them.
Oh my god.
Are you the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain. I feel like that's Faile.
She's not a drama. Brilliant. Well, she's a lot of drama, but she's also just like a lot. And it's very traditional, like, stereotypical marriage where you have, like, the woman is very extra and very, like, loud and obnoxious and controlling. And then you have the husband that's just, like, really chill and is just like, yeah, I'll help you, like, very supportive, but also very, like, hands-off. Like, Perrin goes and has an evening with Faile and comes back and he's like, my butt hurts, Loial, can I be your biggest spoon?
I felt vulnerable.
Apparently this is a tradition in the Borderlands and I was okay with it, but she put thanker. That's a little blue for this one.
There's a line. There's a line, and we just hit that line.
That line.
I feel like the Ogier as well could be like, you know, like in Star Trek with the Vulcans, and the Vulcans have to they have to mate every 7 years or whatever with one of their kind.
Is
or
that like the longing? That's what the longing really is. You gotta go back to the steading. I gotta go back to the steading.
Returning to the steading. Then that's how we meet Aerith, because I still do love Aerith and I still want her to be a part of things. But she's like his mate every 7 years.
Like, I don't really love you, I'm really in love with a man and it's non-traditional, but I want to do my duty and I want to not die.
But Perrin's also really supportive of the whole thing, and he's like, you go get that Ogier.
I love you on the inside.
I love you.
He stares out a window longingly while sniffing his jean jacket. Showing you how to quit you, Loial. This is a really difficult conversation, and I feel like it's already been done, but I want to talk about it. Would it be better to cast Gawyn as an egg or a potato? That's the only 2 options because he's literally nothing else.
I feel like the egg is the better representation, because the eggshell is very fragile, which represents Gawyn's ego, and that's why he doesn't like
soppy and runny on the inside. At least a potato is turgid. A potato is brown and turgid and earthy, and an egg is white.
Don't insult potatoes. They are versatile. They are versatile. They are like, you can
my
make chips,
God.
you can make vodka.
Gawyn is better cast as an egg, and there is no dissuading us.
Yeah.
Plus, he's white.
So that's been the show this week. Thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed our emotional support garbage, please like and subscribe to our channel. You can find more of this nonsense, goodness,
Trash.
I don't know, it depends on your perspective. You can find more of it over on our Patreon. You can tip your Shaidhoes below. There's a PayPal link. Send us some money.
Until next time, may you always find water and shade. Join us next time for our discussion on what otherworldly